Oh man. Hello everyone. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm sniffling and whatever, but it's getting cold, man. It's that time of year in New York. I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, let me get straight into it because this is actually really funny, depending on how you look at it. But if you live in New York, right? I don't know if it's the whole state, but maybe definitely in the city. You got an Amber Alert the other day, right? Oh, it was so funny because I got two Amber Alerts on this same situation, right? And turns out this 16-year-old named Karol Sanchez staged or faked, I like to hear faked in this type of situation. But she staged her own kidnapping. It's like, for some people, they laugh to hide their anger or their disappointment. And I'm one of those people. Like, I laughed at this because I'm like, wait, hold up. Because anytime, honestly, in all seriousness, anytime I get that Amber Alert, I feel bad. For a few reasons. One reason, and the main reason, is that I can't do anything about it. Because this is in the Bronx. I don't live in the Bronx. I do live in New York, but I don't live in the Bronx. And I'm not going out to the Bronx to try to be Superman. But another reason why is that I genuinely want that whoever goes missing, to be found and be found alive and healthy and safe and whatnot. But when something like this happens, it just makes it 10 times more difficult for the next Amber Alert that will actually be real, to be taken serious. Now, I know as a police officer, anything like this has to be taken serious because the way sex trafficking has been going on and going around with little girls and whatnot, this type of thing has to be taken serious no matter what, right? But when you hear something like this, it's so ridiculous that the next time it's like, oh, for real? Did she really get kidnapped though? Are we for real? Let's make sure this is for real this time, right? But you can't have that mindset, because as soon as you have that mindset, that's the one time it's a real thing, and now you hesitated. Now the worst happened. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up, which is actually funny, and I don't even really need to read the article, but I'll let you guys read it. I'll leave it in the description. It was funny because it's like the circumstances of the actual thing, the four guys jumping out the car and kidnapping her while she was with her mom. That's the main detail of the story. Now, a lot of people were skeptical at first, right? But my whole motto and mindset about situations like this, even with the Jussie Smollett thing, and they calling her, it's funny. It's funny. They calling her Jessica Smollett because I guess, faking, kidnapping, and whatnot. Sorry, that was corny, but I just wanted to get that off my head. But yeah, so my whole mindset about it is, since it's not beyond the realm of possibility, like, this type of thing can actually happen. I don't think it's ever happened in history, but the fact that it can actually happen, it's not completely barbaric or far-fetched. It could happen. So who knows? Like, I know you're skeptical, but it's not impossible for something like this to happen. Some people could be brave enough to kidnap a teenage girl with her mom there. That's not impossible. People getting braver and braver these days. That's not impossible. That's why I wasn't completely skeptical about this, even though I've never heard of something like that happening before. But yeah, my whole thing with this is you just make it a lot harder for the next girl that may or may not, and I don't pray for this to happen, but we know it's gonna happen. The next girl that may get kidnapped, you just make it harder for that situation to be taken serious. And apparently, like, this is the last point I want to make. Apparently, her mother was gonna send her back to her home country and whatnot. She didn't want to go. Her boyfriend is 25. She's 16. That's a whole nother issue. And what I wanted to say is that okay, so no charges have been filed at this time. Honestly, we have to get to a point where girls slash women slash whatever you want to call them are held accountable for these type of things. Now the guys, they should be something like this kind of thing can't be like pushed by the wayside, of course, but she should be charged with something. And maybe not jail time. I don't know if it should be taken that to that extent, but wasting police resources, it should be a crime. Now, whatever happens to her, because, Jussie Smollett most likely got off because he's famous. Whatever happens to her, I'm sorry, but this type of thing, she has to be held accountable. Like, those girls who lie about being raped or lie about any sexual misconduct, they should be held accountable. We have to move into that kind of territory in America. But yeah, like I said, she just makes it more difficult for that next victim of kidnapping. We gonna get another Amber Alert soon or whenever, and then everyone's gonna look at the phone like, yeah, we'll see about this one. Okay, yeah. So more videos coming soon.